not sold, and here's why. I am sold on the idea that great photos really showcase a property, but the thing that most agents don't recognize is that this idea that we need to get people to come to the first showing and that the first showing happens when someone comes to the house is not true. The first showing happens online. That's where people start. And that's the first showing you have. So great photography of a property is essential to the first showing, but it's not necessarily going to get you more money for something, right? And also keep in mind, it can work against you, because I've seen lots of amazing photography where a photographer's done a phenomenal job, where the person then comes to the house and the photographs outkicked the coverage. Like, the photographs were far nicer when they physically get to the house. It's disappointing in that. So it's a blend of things that you want to get, but it is important to have really good photography. And if you're busy using your own phone for photographing, please stop. Like, you just need to not do that ever again.
I'm sold, and not sold as well, sold that photography is a must. I always say your first date is online. So if you're going to screw up that first date because someone is just going on MLS or Realtor.com or Zillow or whatever, and they just flipping and through every single house, and your front of the house is so dark and the kitchen is so awful that you don't see the difference between the bathroom and the kitchen. So that is not good for you. Professional photography is a must. It's not a choice. But that will help your showings. I agree. However, a lot of agents say, oh, like in Connecticut, for example, we are allowed 99 photos on our MLS. That is, I'm going to say the word bullshit now, because it is not a good idea. You have 7 front of the house, then you have 7 side of the house. By the time someone gets to the kitchen, it's 20 minutes later, and they're so sick of you, they will never watch your house again. It is important to pick and choose. Actually, 22 to 25 photos and images is ideal. Taking photos with your iPhone, first of all, it's not professional. If I were to sell the house and I see that someone showed up with their own cell phone and they run around and they're sitting down on their knees or they are standing on the chair, that looks awful. I can do that myself. I don't need to pay you 5% or whatever commission. It is important that you invite professional, someone who has a good eye. They have great composition. They know to get rid of 2 chairs out of 12 chairs from the dining room table. That is so important because the photographer knows the final product. They will understand how it would look like and they will move some things around. Even if you have a professional stager, sometimes, and I've been in that business for so many years. I'm so passionate about my photos and floor plans. And when they come in and the seller or the agent says, I just hired a professional stager and you are moving my things around. Well, that was staged for someone to walk through the property physically. I want to show your property online. That is important. And it's important to keep the right amount of images online. That is also important. So yes and no. It is important to have professional photos, but you need to know how to utilize the product and you need to hire a professional company to take care of it.
Lucy
I'm passionate about it.
Lucy used a curse word.
I did. I'm passionate about my professional photography.